So why is it important to free yourself from limiting beliefs? The book The 4 Agreements talks about how to rid ourselves of ideas or beliefs that prevent us from living as our authentic selves. Let's take a look. Parents teach their children to behave the way they want them to. Parents use positive reinforcement for wanted behavior and negative reinforcement for behavior considered inappropriate. For example, yesterday I was at a social event at the community center. One of the children asked one of the women how old she was. When she didn't answer, he asked again and again. Seeing that the woman was embarrassed, the child's mother got angry and told her son that it wasn't polite to ask a woman her age. As a result of the negative reinforcement, the child learned that questions about a person's age are inappropriate, and he didn't ask again. The reinforcements we receive in childhood turn into our beliefs, and in time are accepted by us as absolute truths. As children, we lived according to these beliefs, even if we felt they were false. When we violated those beliefs, we suffered because we were afraid of being unpopular or not good enough. The fear of not being good enough or of not being well liked is in fact our greatest fear as human beings. Our beliefs define who we can be, how we should feel in any given situation, how we are allowed to act, and what we can or cannot achieve. For example, a friend of mine told me that he knows someone who bought a very expensive car just so he could pick up girls. The car is a status symbol used to show that this person has money and is socially accepted. He bought the car because he's afraid that people will see him as he truly is. Why? Some people believe that women are only interested in a man with an academic degree or a high income. Therefore, this person made himself appear socially accepted by presenting himself as wealthy, even if practically speaking, he may have overdone it. He did this because he believed that a high income is what women are looking for, a belief which isn't necessarily true. Our most important beliefs or agreements we subscribe to are not those agreements made with others, but those we make with ourselves. To live a happy life, we must first identify all of the agreements which we made with ourselves, our beliefs, which are based on fear, and break them. There are 4 agreements which we should make with ourselves in order to lead a happy life. The first agreement: be impeccable with your word. This means not saying negative things about yourself or about others. Let me tell you a story about the beginnings of this channel. When I first set up the channel, I tried to do the voiceovers for the videos myself. Because English isn't my native language, in the end I hired a professional narrator who does a much better job than I would have done. However, I lost a lot of time and money trying to do the narration myself. In hindsight, I shouldn't have insisted on doing the voiceover, but that's in hindsight. If I would tell myself how stupid I am for having tried, I would just be punishing myself. The simple truth is that things are always clearer in hindsight. The second agreement: don't take anything personally. Something that's important for us to know is that what people tell us about ourselves has nothing to do with us, but everything to do with how they perceive reality. What they say may be the result of ignorance or prejudice, or simply the result of the fact that they didn't sleep well at night and spent an hour looking for parking. A while ago, I asked someone their advice regarding my YouTube channel. He said that it would never succeed if I didn't invest large sums of money to promote the channel. Unlike other people, he had no constructive criticism to offer. His pessimism was based on his belief that you have to invest a lot of money in advertising businesses, even if the business is just a YouTube channel. The thing is that he doesn't understand that for a YouTube channel, what's important isn't how much money I invest in advertising, but rather the quality of the content. If I had listened to him, I may have never made this video, the same video that you are watching now. The third agreement: don't make assumptions. During a conversation I had with a friend, he told me something he did which I thought was very inappropriate. Instead of gossiping about it with others, I kept it to myself. Later, when I spoke with him again, I realized that I had completely misunderstood him, and that it was a good thing I hadn't told anyone about it. This is why it's important not to make assumptions or gossip. We only ever see part of the reality. Gossip is almost always based on the assumptions and perceptions of certain people, and almost never on the truth. The fourth agreement: always do your best. The fourth agreement reminds us that we won't always succeed in implementing the 3 previous agreements, but as long as we do our best, then that's enough, and we shouldn't feel any guilt or regret. A personal example: I'm single and looking for a girlfriend. A few days ago I saw a cute girl at the supermarket, went over to talk to her and asked for her number. She told me that a supermarket isn't the ideal place to flirt with a girl. I implemented the 3 agreements. The first: I didn't tell myself anything negative about myself or about her. I told myself that she rejected me because of her own personal reasons, which have nothing to do with me. The second: I didn't take it personally. I didn't tell myself that I wasn't good enough or smart enough or handsome enough for her. And the third: I didn't make any assumptions about whether she would go on a date with me. I asked. When she refused, I moved on. Therefore, I feel no regret. I did my best in that situation. It's true that we won't always manage to be at our best. For example, if I had been really tired at the time, I might not have gone over to speak with her at all. The important thing to recognize is that our best is different in each situation, and we shouldn't expect the same best from ourselves all the time. To summarize, we need to understand that to be truly free, we need to be aware of the fact that we aren't free. The moment you're aware of the implications of all the negativity you have, you'll realize that awareness is a positive thing, because it gives you the chance to identify where that negativity is coming from. The more you practice, the closer you'll get to freeing yourself from all of the ideas and beliefs that limit you. Subscribe to updates from Meaning A to Z if you would like to learn more and continue receiving inspiration to improve your life.